Welcome, Vault Dwellers. My name is Nacho Bidness, and there's Bob. Sad sack that he is. It's morning at Starlight Drive-In, and Bob's not usually awake this early because he's usually hungover. I'm out of character today, and I have not built anything since the last video. Mainly because I wanted to talk about some things that I couldn't really do in character. So if that's what you're here for, sorry to disappoint, and I won't be offended if you click on to another video. Maybe leave a like before you do. Otherwise, feel free to stick around. We're going to take a slow walk around what I've built here while I ramble for a little bit. Let's get started. First thing I wanted to say was thanks very much to Loco 4-Pack for setting up this challenge. It was a lucky day for me when I wandered into Draco Invictus's stream and they were talking about this challenge, and Loco was saying, you know, hey, the more the merrier, join us, it'll be fun. And he was right. It's been a ton of fun. And it's also been good for my channel. After 2 years, I have finally broken 100 subscribers. So thanks very much to all of my subscribers, both new and old. There are 2 in particular that I'm going to call out, and the first is Noah's Ark. He was my very first subscriber. I remember on my 3rd or 4th video I was doing some editing and I saw that my subscriber count had clicked up from 0 to 1, and I was so excited that I had to put a line in that video that says, you know, hey, tell me that you're not just some bot, you're an actual person, like leave a comment, please. And he did, and it was very kind, and it happened to come right when I needed a little pick-me-up. So thanks very much to him, and thanks also to Anna Johansson, who is my 100th sub. Ooh, I wonder what happened there. We'll have to fix that. Anna Johansson, my 100th sub, she asked in a comment, she said, you know, I think joking, hey, I'm your 100th sub, what do I win? It's like, you know, I never was doing this for to get YouTube famous or to get YouTube rich, and I'm not with 100 subs. I'm not monetized. I never will be. But I thought it would be kind of cool if I could do something, so I told her to leave a thumbnail sketch of her personality in a comment, and I would try and put her in my next video at the first opportunity. So that is where all the Anna stuff came from in my last video, thanks to Anna. And I also wanted to talk about story, both background and where we're going. As far as background goes, one thing that I kind of glossed over is that Bob is a combat engineer. And I did that for a number of reasons. One was I wanted to preserve the idea that my sole survivor character was a veteran and preserve that from the base game. But I also wanted some kind of in-game reason for why he was able to build all this crazy crap. You know, especially in the first couple episodes where it was just him all by himself. And combat engineers are usually in rear areas and building roads and runways and barracks and stuff, not usually front line. And that gave me one other thing that I wanted, which I kind of wanted Bob to be a little bit of a coward. Now, I'm definitely not throwing any shade on combat engineers. Those guys are kind of badass. But I needed something, right? And this was the best thing that I could think of as far as how to explain some of the things that I'm doing in game. Bob is also on the road to becoming an alcoholic, and that kind of leads into some things that we'll do with the story as time goes on, but it also leads into some little Easter eggs that I've been putting around here. I kind of doubt anybody's watching these videos that close, but every time I talk about Bob wanting to take a drink or get drunk, I go and plop down a few more beer bottles around in places where Bob is frequently around. And it's just something that I thought would be fun, and I don't really get a chance to mention it in my regular videos, so I thought I'd mention it here. Same thing with the movie posters. Haven't really talked about those in my regular videos, but if you watch closely, most, not all, but most of the wall decorations around here are old movie posters from a couple of different mods that I have. I just thought it'd be fun to say, you know what, this is an old drive-in theater, and that means that they found a bunch of movie posters buried out back and they're using them to decorate their walls. Got one thing that I've got planned coming up, which is you have not seen the last of that Christmas tree that was in the end of the last video. Don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm probably going to find like a dumpster or trash can or something and just have that tree sticking out of it. Not going to say anything about it in that weekly update. It's just going to be there. I just thought it would be interesting and fun to try and do something to reward anybody who actually was paying close attention to these little videos of mine. Probably vanity on my part, but hey, it's my channel, I'll be as vain as I want. As far as where Bob is headed, I don't rightly know. I have been very careful when I talk about Codsworth to call Codsworth by the pronoun it rather than he. Same thing with Nick Valentine. Idea being that that will leave me open for an Institute playthrough or a Brotherhood playthrough, but at this point I could still pivot into a Minuteman or Railroad playthrough and, you know, play up, hey, Bob learned some compassion and he's going to be nice to all these artificial intelligences. Kind of interested. If anybody has a comment, I would love to hear it. So let me know what you think about what faction Bob should pick. Probably what I'm going to do is pay attention to what the other builders are doing as far as faction choices. If other builders make faction choices, there's a lot of roleplay that's going on that is completely outside the main story. But yeah, I'll pay attention to what other people are doing and do exactly not that. So if nobody does an Institute playthrough or nobody does a Brotherhood playthrough, that's probably what I'll go for. As far as the state of the build itself, I am kind of in trouble. In fact, let me get into the build mode here. What you'll see is that the size bar is already a little over half full. Now that is after filling the size bar, then scrapping everything that I could around the whole settlement, which gave me another quarter to another third of size. So filling it again, gun glitching it down empty, and now it's half full again. And that's bad, because with 8 weeks to go in this challenge, I gotta slow down. I can't keep building at the rate that I have been and be able to complete the challenge. Otherwise, I'm just going to end up with something that crashes and I won't be able to record any videos. So you can expect that the rate that I'm building will slow down, and that's going to leave some more time during that 5 minutes every week to tell a little bit more story. That is also going to be a challenge, actually, because I started off with Intelligence 1, and then, you know, and that was a stupid attempt on my part to game the system. I said, okay, everyone else is going to start out at like 5 or 6 because they want science, and I'll start at 1. I'll be able to build more, and I'll be able to build faster, and yeah, that was stupid because I missed something that Loco said in his announcement video. I went back and watched one, basically actually trying to figure out what I was supposed to talk about during this monthly video, and noticed that he said, hey, this is more about the journey than the destination, and I should have paid more attention to that. And I regret it, but I don't think that it's unrecoverable. But yeah, I'm at Intelligence 6. I raced down to Boston Public Library. I snuck in there and I grabbed that Intelligence bobblehead and got back out by just letting the turrets and robots kill the super mutants. And so I was able to do the whole thing without gaining any experience, and now I can take Science 1. But also now I am gaining a lot of experience every time I complete a quest, which is a problem. And I'm still doing what I can. Like, I have been using Codsworth as my personal murder machine. Every time he kills an enemy, as long as I don't take a shot at that enemy, I don't get experience when that enemy dies. I build drunk to reduce intelligence. I take a drink every time I go turn in a quest to try and get that experience down, because ultimately what I'd like to do is I would like to do a complete playthrough, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that before level 47. I am going to have to stay just laser focused and just complete story quests, which is going to be hard, and it's going to mean that there's a little bit less to talk about during that time that I'm also having less to talk about when I'm building. Maybe I'll have less trouble with the 5-minute rule in my future videos, because, man, I felt like I was racing through all those weekly updates already. We'll have to see. So I have wandered through this entire settlement, and I have rambled for entirely too long. For anybody who's still watching, thanks very much. I really do appreciate it. Doing this is fun on its own, but it's more fun when other people are around and watching. So leave a like down below. And if you want to see more, be sure and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed and you're still watching this thing, like, what are you waiting for? Do it. Subscribe. If you didn't like, please tell me why in the comments so that I can try and do better next time. I appreciate criticism as long as it's constructive. Until next time, my name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.